All right, our show has gone to the dogs this morning, but that's a good thing. We love dogs here, but unfortunately, these dogs here are not up for adoption. If you're looking for a certain type of dog, an event this weekend in Baton Rouge will allow you to interact and learn about different breeds from their owners. Chris Reed and Ebony Holmes with the Baton Rouge Kennel Club are here to tell us about the Meet the Breeds event. Thank both of you all for joining us this morning. Chris, so we're going to first start with you. Just tell us about this and just tell us the dog's name and what type of dog is this.
This is Higgins. She's a giant schnauzer, and she's about 5 years old.
She's about 5 years old, and the schnauzer comes in 3 different sizes, right?
That's right.
Give us a little bit about the history of a giant schnauzer.
Like you said, 3 different sizes. Most people are familiar with the miniature schnauzers. There's also a standard schnauzer and then the giant schnauzer. They all come from Germany, and these guys were originally bred to be cattle drivers and kind of overall farm dogs. So that's what their background is.
And that's the largest of
large
the
size.
schnauzer. So about how much does Higgins weigh?
Higgins is about 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
And the boys will be closer to 95 to 100 pounds.
Closer to 100. Now the Hadrian over there, that's kind of the dog that I'm kind of leaning to go towards. Ebony, tell us what type of dog is Hadrian?
Hadrian is a Cane Corso. It looks like cane, but it's pronounced Cane. This is also known as an Italian Mastiff, and so this is the called the Ferrari of the Mastiff breed. So you see that he's not huge. The breed is traditionally were like livestock guardians used for property protection, boar hunting, but you see that they are he's compact, very athletic, muscular, so they like to move around.
And you said that's the Ferrari of the Canine Corso.
The Ferrari of the Mastiff world. You know, when you look at Neos that are typically really big, they're meant to be very agile.
And how much does Hadrian weigh?
Hadrian, last time I checked, was a little over 100 pounds, about 105, which is for males usually about 120, 130. Females are going to be about 99.
Okay, and let's be honest, you know, a lot of times, you know, when we even hear on our segment, we have Furry Friends Friday, and we invite shelters into the show. And a lot of times, shelters tell a lot of people to kind of shy away from purebred dogs. And you know, a lot of times there's a reason for that, because we do know that some people, you know, they do run puppy mills, and some people are looking to make, you know, a quick buck. But what about? I want both of you all's reaction just on just the importance of, you know, maybe having a purebred, or maybe even, you know, the history of having a purebred dog.
I think, well, first of all, I want to say, you know, we love all dogs, so getting a dog from a shelter is a great thing to do. But an advantage to a purebred dog is they're bred for a purpose, and it's kind of predictable. You know what to expect. You know how big they're going to get. You know what they're going to look like. You know what their behavior is going to be. You know what you're going to have to invest in grooming and those kind of things. And even from a health standpoint, you know what some of the kind of typical diseases or conditions they might get as they get older, because that could certainly vary from breed to breed. So I think predictability is an advantage or a benefit of having a purebred dog.
And I'll agree with Chris. The predictability, you know, you're able to, based on the breed and those specific characteristics, does this fit my lifestyle? And then the second part of that would be, my first breeder told me, when you buy a dog from me, you're also getting me. So you also get lifetime support in a breeder, you know, when you go with a purebred dog.
So if someone was interested in a giant schnauzer or a Canine Corso, where would they best go to even learn more about where, you know, someone who never had one of these type of dogs, where can they go to learn more?
That's a really good question. So events like we're having this weekend, the Meet the Breed events, is a good start. Every breed has what they call a parent club. So that's an organization that's nationwide that's sort of responsible for that breed. They're a really good resource for information on the breed and to get you connected with reputable breeders. I'd kind of stay off social media, because it's really, there's good people there in terms of finding dog folks, but you can also find some scammers, to be honest.
That's so true. So tell us all about the event that's going to happen this Sunday.
Well, Meet the Breed is an event that we're doing in partnership with the library on Goodwood, and it's basically an opportunity for families to come out, especially if you're in the market for a puppy, you want to add a new member to your family, a good time to come out and actually get to meet a lot of the different breeds that are going to be there, kind of learn about what to look for in a responsible breeder, and there'll be how many breeds?
Close to 50.
Close to 50 breeds.
50 different breeds.
Yeah.
Everything from...
And they're not going to all be big dogs like
we've got Chihuahuas and toy poodles and all, you know, from this big to... We've got a few even much bigger than these guys.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
And that's-
all shapes and sizes.
And the event's going to be at 3 o'clock at the main library on Goodwood. And then also I do want to also talk about, because also, of course, when you get into a purebred, you are talking about, a little bit more expensive type of dog. But if that's what you want, you should be willing to pay for, the dog that you want.
Absolutely. One thing, I think if you talk to a breeder or find someone that thinks they're making lots of money by breeding dogs, they're probably not doing it the right way, because it's really expensive, from the health testing you have to do to properly raising the puppies. Most reputable breeders are really doing it because they love the dogs and love the breed.
Right.
And the cost of puppies is really based on what it costs them to produce the puppies.
Right, because what he told me about, what you don't know about Higgins here, Higgins come from a championship bloodline. You said her brother won the national AKC championship, right? So of course, if you're going to look for a giant Schnauzer, like be looking to spend a pretty penny. But being that Higgins, I guess, is a little shaggy dog, they're probably what it comes to, like grooming and all
Yeah,
that.
so that's an important thing with any breed, is to understand. So she would need to be groomed every couple of months, and that might cost, if you go to a groomer, anywhere from $100 to $200.
Okay.
So that's another thing you have to think about when you're picking a breed, is what are the grooming requirements and how much is that going to cost you? Just like you got to think about vet care and food and all the other things. That really goes into any type of dog.
So again, they're hosting a Meet the Breeds event, 3 p.m. Sunday at the EBR main library. And just like we're talking now about the different breeds, you can go there and maybe see a dog that you're interested in and interact with their owners and ask them any type of question that you have, and it's free.
It's absolutely free.